You're listening to the Folio Sightlines blog, which brings advisors actionable insights that help them grow their practice. I'm Greg Vigrast, President of Folio Institutional. Our expert interview series gives you the industry's smart thinking on issues that matter most to advisors. If you would like to suggest a speaker or topic, please email your ideas to media@folioinstitutional.com. Today we have with us Lowell Putnam, co-founder and chief executive officer of Quovo. Quovo is a data platform providing connectivity for millions of financial accounts, reflecting over $1 trillion in assets. Today, hundreds of institutions, thousands of advisors, and millions of end users rely on Quovo's technology for account aggregation, bank authentication, and ongoing insights to build better financial futures. Lowell, welcome, and thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Lowell, Investment News recently published an article from you on why account aggregation is so important today. Can you please share your thoughts on this important topic and tell us what feedback you've received in response to the article?
Absolutely. The response from the article has been terrific. I think that the most heartening part of the response that we've gotten from the press is so many advisors and people reaching out to say that they weren't at all surprised about the content in it. I think it's a really good sign when the industry has already attached themselves to a specific idea and we're reminding people of things that they probably already know. I'd be much more concerned if people wrote it to say, what is account aggregation, or I didn't even think about these topics before. But in fact, a lot of advisors have reached out to say that we were basically highlighting or underlining their best practices today. I view account aggregation as a way to enhance the best practices or the instincts of great advisors already. Really, we're a helper tool to enable or provide leverage on the types of things that great advisors are just doing already, which is to say, learning more about customers and clients and getting that 360-degree view of a client's finances. It's not a new concept, that for decades, good advisors have wanted to learn about a client's entire financial picture, regardless of the services they're providing, be it fee-based or even commission-based or other ways of making revenue from clients. It's always helpful to know more about the person you're servicing. The struggle has always been keeping that data up to date, real-time, and accurate. And so I think there have been a lot of limitations on what you can do with outside account data just because the technology has been difficult to use. So we're really excited to give advisors a streamlined, faster way to learn more about their customer. And I think that it's part of broader trends that we're seeing in the industry, which is an increasing pressure on older business models to digitize and get more personal. A client-centric digital experience is becoming the new normal in the wealth management space, and account aggregation is a very important first step in that process.
Thank you. The article introduces the concept of horizontal and vertical insights. What are these and what benefits does an advisor gain from paying attention to both?
So when we threw that concept out there, really what we're trying to get at is the ability to dive deep into a specific element of someone's financial life, as well as cover more holistically the horizontal or the slightly different categories of someone's financial life. It's not a new concept again. I mean, think about a balance sheet, right? You want to look at both assets and liabilities to get a sense of someone's financial picture. And I view that to be the horizontal approach. Learning about credit cards, mortgages, and loans is a very different type of assets than someone's investments, savings, or real estate. And so that horizontal picture, I think, is what most people think of when they think about a good aggregation experience, because you want to know about every account and every type of account on the balance sheet. When I say vertical, I mean a layer of depth and accuracy inside the data types themselves. So digging into deep transaction history for investment accounts, or seeing all the specific holdings and not just a top-line balance number for someone's retirement account. And without both that horizontal and vertical knowledge, I think an advisor can't be that effective.
And how does the client benefit from this?
I think that the client benefits for this really in the way that I talk to my parents about the financial advisory space. I tell my parents when they ask about what I do, I say that imagine if a financial advisor has to give you financial advice. And they look at me sort of blankly because they assume that's what a financial advisor does. But a lot of times that's not what advisors do, or it's not what they're able to do because they don't have the knowledge about your financial life to be able to do their job and actually be a true advisor. When you think about an advisor as a consigliere or as a trusted source for support, you simply can't do that without data and insight. So the client gets a much more robust set of services when the advisor is better informed. Frankly, I think account aggregation is an important part of clients feeling like they're getting their money's worth. Obviously, one of the biggest trends that we're seeing in the wealth management space that we're all aware of over the past several years is fee compression both on the product side and on the advice side. And the underlying story there is that advisors need to prove value. The industry is in a place, and I think rightfully so, where some older business models have not been economical in their clients' favor, and newer clients, younger clients, better informed clients are telling advisors, prove your value to me. We're seeing this outside of wealth management all over the place, right? I think younger clients in particular, younger professionals are demanding more from their personal vendors and service providers. And so aggregation, I think, is necessary for advisors to give clients a service that the client feels is valuable.
Another topic I think you're pretty passionate about is the concept of the Bionic Advisor. How do you define the Bionic Advisor?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that a Bionic Advisor is taking a concept that a lot of other industries already do really well, which is to say that technology isn't a nice-to-have piece of somebody's business or practice. It is a necessary integral component. So when I say bionic, I mean a practice that is a hybrid of technical and human in a way that can't be split apart. If you think about going to the doctors and saying, if you went to a doctor's office and asked them if they have electronic medical records, you would be shocked if somebody said no. I mean, the medical practice in the healthcare world is inherently bionic today. You have the individual expertise of a human doctor combined with the best technology and the best data storage. There's no debate about whether or not medicine is bionic. It simply is the way the industry works. And that same trend is slowly moving into the wealth management space, where the concept of an advisor without technology as a core part of his or her service offering is seeming more and more foreign. So a Bionic Advisor is someone who includes technology in virtually every single element of their practice.
I think it's fascinating, and Lowell, frankly, I think we could probably spend all day on some of these topics, but unfortunately we've come to the end of our time today. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you, and thank you very, very much.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
If you'd like to receive more insightful tips about growing your business, sign up for Folio Institutional's blog at info.folioinstitutional.com/blog. Neither Folio Institutional, its parent, Folio FN Incorporated, or sister companies have a contractual relationship with today's speaker or his firm. Folio has not compensated our speaker in any way for this interview.